Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Coach Sherry, and this right here is Car Chat and all that. And I just want to encourage you to create memories that will last a lifetime, even if that memory is just for that moment, and share it with your loved ones. Remind them of those memories, reminisce on those memories, talk about them, dissect them, and just put them in your heart and leave them there because nothing could ever take it away. These past couple of weeks have been very reflective for me, and I know a couple of people had reached out and was like, "Oh, Sherry, what's up? We haven't heard from you. What are you doing? What's happening? We haven't seen a video." And that's because I have been very reflective. And actually yesterday I just had to kind of shut it all the way down because I don't know, I had this feeling inside, and I had to really check it and check myself around that feeling. And I realized, the 30th of August is the anniversary of my mother's passing. And many of you have been following me, and I've shared that journey because I started, really talking more on YouTube after my mother passed. But I have shared that story. I have a blog about it. People from all over the world have commented on the experience that I had as my mother's primary caregiver as she lived with ALS. And her death, and the days surrounding her death, it's really over a 2 week span, were so vivid for me, and they still are to this day. Just every moment, it seems as if God told me to pay attention to all of these moments, to all of the emotions, to all the things that she's doing, to all the things that I was doing, and never forget. And so it seems like those last 2 weeks of August always takes me there. And I always try and distract myself by doing things. I mean, I am busy, really, but, I really try to distract myself. But over the past couple of days, it's all been catching up to me. For some reason, these past couple of weeks, I have been notified by different people that their mothers or mother-in-laws have passed away. And it just kind of brings me back to that last 2 weeks of my mother's life, especially those last 5 days. And my mother passed away 13 years ago. And as I reflected on it this time, I realized that my three children have lived life more years without my mother than with her. And that made me so sad because my mother was so great and she loved all of her grandchildren so much. And I know that she wanted to see their life, be there for them every moment. And I know she is still with each and every one of them, just in their hearts and in their minds, in their memories. But I know that she wanted to be part of all the things that they were doing as they were growing up. And so I asked my center child, I said, Nana has been gone more years than you have been with you. How does that make you feel? What are you thinking about that? What are your thoughts around that? And, she thought about it and she was like, wow, you're right, but I will never forget her. I remember all the things about her, and I'm glad for those memories. And I will never forget those memories, the taste of her food, the way that she made me feel when we were together, how she really listened when I talked. And, those are the things that we have to do. We have to remember that every moment that we have with anyone, whether it's a relative, a friend, or just a stranger, every moment counts. You want your wake that you leave behind to be something that is smooth sailing for the next person. You want them to remember your wake as, um, you know, something that was fulfilling, something that was encouraging, inspiring, motivating, loving. You want to have that as part of your memory. That's who you are. That's your legacy. So it made me feel really good that even though my children were young, they were 8, 10, and 12 when my mom passed away. They still remember her. They remember how she made them feel. And that's all we can ask for. And of course, hearing my stories, sharing my stories and my husband's stories with her My husband used to call her Queen Moms because he had so much respect for her. And he was there with me, my dad, and one of my dearest cousins at her very last breath. And that is a special memory that I will never forget. I will never take it for granted, having my husband, my father, and again, one of my dearest cousins with me as my mother transitioned to be on the side of the throne with the Lord. But I just wanted to come on here today to encourage you to make lasting memories, to talk about those memories of your ancestors that have passed on with your family, to reminisce, to laugh, to cry if you have to, but to remember, because those memories will last well beyond our years. And that is one of the most precious gifts that we could ever leave. That's all I have for you right now. I appreciate you for tuning in and for being here and supporting this channel. I really enjoy the comments, and I thank you and the ones that are new to me. I appreciate you. If you don't already know, this channel is about entrepreneurship, workforce development, career readiness, real life and real issues, and it's just all about who I am. I am Coach Sherry. Have a great day and stay safe.